The following is rated F for fairness. Viewers' discretion is advised.
Welcome to the audio show.
So I've sat down and I've listened to some of the comments. The question is not if Anthony's evil. The question is Amber ready to move on? That is the question. Some people are trying to say them can basically try to gaslight O'Neill with the comments, or they're trying to use comments to say, well, O'Neill, you know, we're challenging this and we can challenge anything. As far as the Daltons are concerned, we can challenge anything, and that was my point. That you can challenge any given thing that each of them give you at any given time. Okay? Let's do a real math. Let's say Anthony is worth $20 million, because that's what I heard, right? $20 million. If he's worth $20 million, 10% of $20 million is $2 million. Amber has a house that is worth $1.5 million. So in other words, right off of the cuff, Amber would come out of this being a multi-millionaire. $3.5 million in net worth. $3.5 million, and she could walk off with a new man in a new timeline and go toward a new marriage. The man already buy her house at this point in time. He's already dug in. Say what you want to say about Dave, but he's already dug into this. Let's jump into this. Let's go. Because if you're not talking to me from that space, which is a space of power, a space where God is saying, you know what, I've given you this, then we're not talking about anything. You're giving me another greed argument again. Let's jump into it. Let's go.
I'm gonna let you live Baby. What's wrong, babe?
I went over to the house to grab some more bags and to tell Anthony that I would take less than 50%. I'm thinking, I don't know, 60-40, 70-30.
Stop that. No. You didn't think 70-30. You thought 60-40. So be straight with what you're saying, right? You never think that. You never think 80-20 because you didn't say it. You didn't verbalize that. Instead, what you basically did was try to cow him down to 40%. And that's what made the man respond to you the way he responded to you. So come in now, but again, don't worry about it. I'm going to hear exactly that she's right. Don't worry. I'm going to hear what she's right. Proceed.
Yeah.
He offers me 10%.
Oh, buddy, tripping.
This man is so evil.
Stop. So Dave is saying Buddy is tripping. Let's talk in with Dave. The other day when Evelyn was asking for 50%, 50, Dave told her 20. The other day when Evelyn was asking for 50%, Dave told her 20. So is Dave tripping in this moment? Don't worry, O'Neill is watching Dave because Dave is selectively moving along with that woman side of the audience that he needs to move with, because he's pondering, them pondering the character toward women, them, so him look like the savior of all saviors. But O'Neill watched so many skits that he's very well within exactly what was said before, so he knows what's being said now. And I'm comparing the two to see if you're very consistent. Let's keep rocking.
So narcissistic and so sassy.
Hey, we ain't gotta down talk nobody. To feel like you already up, baby. You ain't gotta do that.
I'm so sick of him.
What Dave should be doing is taking notes. Because anything you're seeing now, make sure that if anything goes wrong, make sure Dave stays as a king 24/7. Because if Dave moves off of any of this, if Dave decides to do anything that's outside of anything that Amber wants him to do, and he basically angers Amber, just remember the same wrath that you're getting right now, that she's giving to Anthony right now, she can give you the same wrath. Just remember that. And that goes as well for Denisha. Everything you see Anthony doing now with Amber, him can do to you. Anywho.
I just want this to be over, Dave. I just want this to be over.
You don't, because if you really wanted this to be over, you'd have realized exactly where you are position-wise in the entire game and the scheme of things. Like I've said before, the house worth $1.5 million. Let's say you take 10% of what Anthony's worth, which is $2 million. You're already $3.5 million up. You don't want this to be over. That's what I'm saying. See, I see. I'm not into the fairy tale nonsense that y'all are trying to see if it can sell me, because when you can't sell me that. Is it somebody that really wants to move on and that really wants this to be over would have smiled at Anthony's 10% and say, you know what, Anthony, at this point in time, give me a 10% and let me move on, because she sees that she has something new, which is in Dave. Instead, in case you haven't realized what's happening again, for those people in the audience who don't realize what's going on again, look at the foundation that she's building with Dave, where she's not able to release one thing to go to the other thing. It is still with a whole heap of holding on and a whole heap of grudge and a whole heap of malice and a whole heap of envy and a whole heap of resentment. The foundation is still being built on that. And that was what O'Neal was talking about. Don't tell me about these marriages unless you're telling me about how the marriages are being started. If they're not being started on great foundations, what do you expect? Stop acting like you're going to expect to see exactly blood out of stone. It don't make sense. Let's go.
I understand. But baby, you be so emotional. You know what? And we talk about the word, but baby, you gotta start getting back in your word. Cause I don't like how any man can have that much control of your mind and your emotions like that. I mean, I'm serious, the way he operates, cause our faith, you know, if we rooted and grounded in him, you know, all things gonna work together for the good. Like, you gotta stop letting him sway your emotions up and down like that. He don't have that much control. That means he still got control, bro. And he don't have that control.
Are you,
You know what I mean?
You're right.
And you good, I got you. I understand everything you've been through with him, and I know it's probably easier for me to say, but you really gotta be rooted and grounded in your faith and knowing that everything gonna work out. Vengeance is mine, said the Lord. You ain't really gotta do too much, you ain't gotta down talk none of it. Everything gonna work out the way it's supposed to.
But what Dave don't realize is that vengeance is Amber's and Amber fans is, you know what I mean? Basically, that's what it is. You know? When it comes to vengeance, it's about Amber and her fans. That's what we're talking about. So, Shamin, stay on Amber's side. Know yourself, Shamin. You don't need to try to please O'Neal at all, because I know exactly where the talking point is. The talking point is skewed, Shamin. Until you're telling me that both of them responsible, and that's where you stick, you're not giving me anything else, because it means you're giving me one side of the pendulum. Notice O'Neal telling you, it lands on both sides of the pendulum. O'Neal is pushing back on the talking points that they're giving us here. But as far as O'Neal is concerned, it still is both sides of the fence as far as O'Neal is concerned. Stay up on the side, man, Charmin. Don't worry about it, man.
A black king that knows his word. How did I get so blessed?
Yeah, it's God. It's God in me. You know what I'm saying?
You're right. I give him way too much power.
Let him have that power over you. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna stop.
You don't stop. Thank you.
I don't think you give Anthony too much power. I think you give the money too much power. That's why the love of money is the root of all evil. The love, not money is the root of all evil. The love, how you're loving it. If you basically decide your mind that you're going to love it so much that you don't know when you basically have an out and you can take it. Some people are talking about, oh, well, the last one was an out. She has gotten an out now. Why is she not taking it now? You're crying about then why are you not taking the out now? Because there is an out right now. Why is she not taking it? The love.
But can you start helping me with these bags in the car?
I got you. Let's do it.
I'm gonna help you.
Let's do it.
I'm gonna help you unpack your stuff. I know you got a bunch of boxes.
Yes, I do.
Look, move on. You have a house now, which you have somewhere to live, and you can get 10% of what this man has, which is $2 million. If it's worth $10 million, $20 million, you can get 2% of that. I mean, 10%, which is $2 million. Move on. Move on. You never pay for the lawyer fees. He paid for them because them come out of the joint account. Move on. But guess what? She not gonna move on. She gonna basically still try to basically say she can hold on. And then y'all are going to motivate and talk about how Anthony evil. Why you not tell her to move on? Until y'all are telling me that and are saying, well, you know what, Amber, it's time for us to take the 10% and let's get into the next thing because now you have some money in your pocket. If you're not saying that at this point in time, then you are pushing the same trope that she's pushing, where she's asking for this man to just get up and just give her all of these monies. And if that's what you're saying, that's what you're saying. Stand on it. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Talk to y'all soon.